All right, a very good morning from the sports desk. Now, South Africa's Special Olympics athletes are back home from the 2025 Special Olympics World Winter Games in Turin, Italy, where they returned with a total of 6 medals. Now, the global event saw more than 1,500 athletes from 100 delegations competing in 8 sporting codes. South Africa sent a team of 6 athletes, and all 6 brought a medal back home. Now, joining us in studio this morning is a figure skater, Naledi Hlalele, who also won a gold medal for Team South Africa, as well as Dr Mathews Phosa, who's the chairman of the South African Special Olympics Federation, in studio with us to chat to us about, of course, the achievement of Team South Africa at the Winter Games. Mr. Phosa, a very good morning to you, and thank you so much for your time. Naledi will join us shortly because she's just miking at the moment. But let's talk about this achievement from, the side Team South Africa at the Special Winter Olympic Games. 6 medals in total, each and every single athlete coming back with a medal. What is that an indication of? What should we read into that?
I think it's not only about the 6 medals. It's about our responsibility to recognize the abilities of people with intellectual disabilities.
Yeah.
That they are capable, they are able, they have different abilities, which I call it disabilities, to do big things. There's not one sporting group in this country which has ever gone out and all athletes came with medals. It's the first time, it's a record, very modest victories, gold, silvers, and bronzes. We're very proud of them.
Yeah.
They are the heroes and heroines of our struggle. Tells a story to us as South Africans. Don't hide people with intellectual disabilities behind doors. Don't exclude them. Don't exclude them from schools, from education, from work. Assert their rights. And we are about that. I've been chairman of this movement for 20 years, having been put here by our former president, Nelson Mandela. And I want to hold the flag of South Africa very high, ensuring that these kids are affirmed, and their parents feel proud of them. And society must do the same, feel proud of them. Each child with intellectual disability, doesn't matter where they are, must be asserted.
Such an important discussion that we're having, because as a country observing obviously Human Rights Day yesterday, the importance of being included, right? And this is where these athletes come in. They are included despite their intellectual disabilities. Let's talk about why this competition is quite important on a global stage. Why should we actually care about the Special Olympic Games when a lot of people tend to focus, of course, on the Olympics as well as the Paralympic Games? Many people don't know about the Special Winter Olympic Games.
It's exclusion.
Yeah.
We're excluding others. We only include ourselves because we tell ourselves we're the only human beings who are entitled to human rights. I'm saying, as chairman of Special Olympics, whether people are intellectually disabled or if you perceive it that way, or physically disabled, they're all human beings. They're all entitled to the same equal rights as any one of us. And we must assert those rights. It's a lesson to us that there's ability in disabilities.
There's ability in disabilities. Naledi, a very good morning to you, and thank you so much for joining us. I was hoping you'd bring your medal. I don't see it around your neck. Where's the medal?
It's right here, though. It's just the same.
All right, we'll get that medal.
The medal is here. It's not going to be left behind.
We actually want to see it, but Naledi, a huge congratulations to you on your achievement. Wow, that was a good one. But talk to me about what that medal means to you. I mean, this was the first time you were competing internationally for South Africa, and you come back with a gold medal. What does this achievement mean to you?
Well, it means a lot. It means that I actually conquered where I really wanted to be. Also with like sport and everything that I do. Because honestly, well, I did think I would be like have a gold medal and all that,
Were you expecting to come back with a medal?
Not really, but I knew that I'd done good, so yes.
Yeah, talk to us about how long you've been doing figure skating and, despite obviously the disability, why it's important for you to keep on going despite, everything that you've faced in your life.
Oh, that's a very good question.
Yeah.
Well, I would say to myself, it's because that, when despite whatever happens in my life, like, you know, well, in school, even the environment where you stay in, they will be like, you know, laughing at you and all that, the kids mocking you. But then, and for you to have a supportive family, for me to have a supportive family, that means a lot to me, because at the same time when kids or the kids in my area would laugh at me, at least I had like where I could go back home, and you know, and they will cheer me up and be like, no, it's okay, never mind that and all that. But that actually, I think that gave me a lot of hope that I can still do better, even when kids used to mock me or things like that, right? So for me, it was for me to have a lot of like support, even at school too, because teachers would give me the support, even my coach would give me the support. So for me to have so much support, that's where it led me right here, you know.
Where you are now with us this morning as you reflect on, you know, your achievement, of course, out in Turin, coming back with a gold medal for Team South Africa in figure skating. How was the experience, though, of being abroad for you? And, you know, how do you compare international athletes to South African athletes?
Well,
in terms of competition, the standard of competition abroad.
I would say they were pretty good. They were pretty good. And at the same time, you would see yourself that you are good, because there was some where you're just like, okay, no, I'm good here. I can, you know, figure out. So for me, it was, I actually enjoyed the experience too, you know. I got to see other kids' talents, you know. I got to see how they perform on the ice, because that also kind of motivates you as a person, you know. And to see how other people are different, because they're really different from us. So yeah. And also the weather was, I wouldn't say it was as cold as I thought it would be, because the way they actually said it's cold, for me they overrated it. So I would say it was just cold. It's just where I go to the ice rink, where I not gate, it's colder. So when I got that side, it was actually normal, because it wasn't so cold as the normal ice that I'm used to here in South Africa. So
I get the idea. I get what you're trying to say. Dr. Phosa, let's bring you back into this conversation now. It was a small team. 6 athletes went to Turin. What was the idea behind the 6 team, and where did South Africa place officially on the medals table?
You know, there were 70 countries participating from all over the world. And from each country, you choose the best. And there's a rating in which we use. And only the 6 emerged, and Naledi and the other 5 made strong in the country. They just happen to all come from Gauteng. Like she says, I mean, they practice on ice, these little rings, ice rings. We're not an icy country, snowy country. And you must give them credit, all of them, the 6.
Absolutely.
I mean, she's talking about something very important, which I want to latch on. Family support. Without family support, people with intellectual disability, and I will venture to say with other disabilities, won't succeed in life. The primary support must be family. Some family take a child like this one, not to school. They hide them behind the door. When the visitors come, they don't want to be seen. They treat them like little dogs. And I'm saying, South Africans, we're all human. We're all equal. Ability with you, disability with me. We're all equal. Give us a chance. In the Special Olympics, we believe in giving people opportunity. You can see the bravery of Naledi and the other 5. They're fearless, and they face the world. To win any medal in a competition of that number of athletes you mentioned, 70 countries, is to be a world champion. So these are our heroes and heroines for South Africa. The Team South Africa is heroic.
It's an absolutely important conversation to have, the inclusion of athletes despite their disabilities. But you had quite an important organization, you know, South Africa Special Olympics. You're the chairperson of this organization, have been so over the last 20 years. You speak about the support, obviously, of the athletes from a parent's perspective. But talk to us about the support that you guys have been receiving as an association. You know, it's quite difficult when we speak about minority sport in South Africa, disability sport as well in South Africa, because the big 3 free. Football and rugby, cricket, they receive a lot of support. They have the media coverage. They have the funds, the funding. What challenges as an association are you guys facing at the moment?
When I walked into this organization, it had big challenges. And I was invited by the founder in the world, Mrs. Eunice Kennedy Shriver, the sister of the former president of America, Jeff Kennedy. And she had met with Mandela, and Mandela said, no, but Matthew must lead this organization. It was almost insolvent. And we had to put a red line and go to the sponsors who were there before and say, please, let's draw a red line. We're a new board. Support us. Today we're sitting where African Bank is the only bank in South Africa which has stepped forward to support us. You have the lottery, state lottery, which support us. You've got all sorts of people from walks of life who support us. But the African Bank, the lotto stand in front, and we're very grateful to them. I always send the CEO, Kennedy Bongani, say, my brother, thank you very much with your board, with your management, with your team. And the lotto as well, I sent Judy Scores. Thank you very much for your support. But we can have the money if we don't have the athletes who are committed and dedicated. If we don't have the parents to support them, but that support, with nothing. And so we're appealing to more corporates, more banks, more insurance companies, not only to take our premiums, but to invest in us.
Invest in the athletes. I mean, I think you guys are housing thousands and thousands of athletes, which makes you one of the biggest sports federations in the country.
We're only 3,000 in 3 provinces. Today we're 59,000 in the 9 provinces. We're very proud.
Yeah.
And all over the country, we've got tutors, we've got health specialists. We hold clinics where there's volunteers who give them teeth, spectacles, look after their feet, look after their ears.
Yeah.
Free of charge. The great South Africans, and they're all supporting. You know, we just had a day, a clinic in Gauteng, a clinic in Free State, a clinic in Durban or whatever. But it's where they enjoy free service of loving South African professionals. You know, so the support is all over, but we need more support. And I venture to say, not only for Special Olympics, but for even paraplegic, they need support as well. You know, and for all sporting, the others who are very dramatic, like soccer and rugby, they always get general support. You know, but the Special Olympic and others deserve even more, because they're the most sensitive part of society. I'm proud of Naledi; she's my heroine. I'm proud of others who are my hero and heroines as well. And our team at Special Olympics, Ancilla Smith, who's the leader, the CEO, she's excellent with a team of young men and women, full of energy and full of love and care. That's all we need as South Africans, love and care.
All right,
the rest is drama.
Naledi, as we wrap up this conversation, you know, someone is watching this interview and they're quite inspired about your achievement and the achievement of the other athletes who were in Italy, Turin. What is your words of encouragement to someone who's watching you now and who also wants to, you know, do something in the sporting field, but are hampered about their intellectual or physical disability?
Well, I would say that they should actually believe in themselves, because you really need to believe in yourself. As much as people give you the hope and the courage or support, but you need to also play along and believe in yourself, you know, and also be committed to whatever you're doing or what type of sport you will be doing, whatever thing that you will be doing. You need to be committed to it, and also you need to also be disciplined.
Yeah.
You need to be, it comes with discipline. There's nothing that just comes like that and you think it's just fun. Yeah, it will be. You will have your hard times and all that, but then you just have to go along and just achieve and you just win.
Yeah. Speaking about going along, what's your next plans now? What's coming up for you?
Well, I would say I'm going to continue with sport, but also as I'm continuing with sport, I'm not only doing sports, I'm into beauty. I do beauty, I do nails and all the massaging, all things in beauty. I love beauty.
You're a typical girl like me.
I love doing that. It's my thing.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for making time for us, guys. Thank you, and all the best of luck, of course, with you, with your future endeavors, and of course, Dr. Phosa, with the success, of course, of the South African Olympics Federation. All the best of luck.
Thank you for the opportunity to be heard.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. An important conversation that we had this morning on the Weekend Report. That was figure skater Naledi Hlalele, who won a gold medal, of course, at the World Special Olympic Games, as well as Dr Mathews Phosa, who's the chairperson of the Special Olympics Association right here in South Africa.